Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Peace. I'm with the Footsteps to Peace. I'm a psychic astrologer and an intuitive life coach. If you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you will find a link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. Also, like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be updated the next time I post a video. So this day, we are really being asked to shine, okay? And it is saying, show the world the real you. This is the full moon in Aquarius. So Aquarius could have a special message in this for you. And it starts off with the tea leaf cards are Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. The next card is Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling, and one last one, Leg, stepping into a new experience. So I do feel that you are being asked to move into something that is uncomfortable for you. I think that you are having to get out of your comfort zone, and I think that you are having to step into a new life, and you're really going to have to show the world the real you, not the you that you have pretended to be for a really long time, but the actual you that you have always had buried deep inside of you. I think that, like, if this is for a job, I think that maybe in the past you didn't like the job that you were working at, and now you are being asked to really do something that you enjoy doing instead of doing something that you feel obligated to do. I do want to say that if you do whatever it is that you are feeling called in your soul to do, I do feel like there's going to be success in that, because that is what the Valley is saying, okay? It is saying deep personal strength and peace that assures success, but only if you're doing it from a place of authenticity. I want to say that you need to be authentic and true, because there are matters here that are a little more sensitive and that you are really needing to learn how to maneuver through, okay? This is like, you're going to have to handle this situation with kid gloves, I want to say. But I feel like you have a leg up here. So I do want to say that I think that this is a little intimidating for you, but because you're going to have to step into new territory. But I think all in all, it's going to be beneficial for you. So let's get a couple of cards just to kind of see where today is going. So, oh, we just got one that flew out. Okay, so I think that there's going to have to be concern, and I do feel like this is all about work. I think that today's reading is definitely saying that it, you know, when it's saying show the world the real you, and then you've got the Knight of Pentacles, I think that you are really looking at what it is that you want to invest your time, your energy, and your efforts into. And I think that if you take a minute and you really analyze, because he's not moving forward, he is just sitting there on his horse, and it's like, he is wanting to move forward, but he is really being grounded and practical and taking the slow approach. This is not moving forward. This doesn't mean that you get up in this morning and you go taking off, running out of the street and expecting, you know, the world to just like drop at your fingertips. This is slow and steady wins the race. That horse is not moving. So show the world the real you, but that doesn't mean go running into something that you're not going to be happy with. So do your research, okay? So I do feel like there is a job here. I feel like there are finances that are coming in. I think they're coming in very slow and steady. There could be something here. This horse does not move. I just feel like it's time for you to do your research. There's something coming back around, okay? Here's the Knight of Cups. See, even in the Knight of Cups, he's not really moving forward. That horse is like kind of just taking a step back, right? It's not sure it really wants to commit, but the thing is it came up in the reverse. So I do feel like, you know, if you do put out an offer, I think that it very well could possibly get rejected or turned down, okay? I don't feel like you're going to be emotionally satisfied with maybe one of the offers that are coming in. You know, I just feel like, you know, this is a non-committal situation. So just be mindful, okay? And one more card, Spirit, for Monday. Yeah, if you're just taking something to take something because you're being pushed into it, I think that you need to get practical about something, because I think that there was a judgment call that was made against you. And I'm thinking that what is happening here is you're needing to get practical when it comes to your finances. So I do want to say that slow and steady wins the race, you know, but I also do feel like this King of Pentacles got demoted to the Knight of Pentacles. So, but I want to say that that's because the King of Pentacles is really needing to really analyze what it is that they want to invest in. You know, this King of Pentacles is very grounded, very stable, very practical. I feel like this, and this person needs balance, okay? I do feel like there was a judgment call that was made against this King of Pentacles, but I do feel like even if you don't think that it was fair and balanced, and I think that this King of Pentacles is a little overly emotional about it, I think that the universe says that it was fair, okay? However you want to look at that, it was fair. Because justice is here, and justice is like very balanced. Also, you could be dealing with a Libra here. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, or a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, as well as an Aquarius. Those are the signs that I'm seeing. Like I said, that doesn't have to be, but I do feel like this person is really needing to be authentic, and I think that this person is going to be asked to be realistic, because I do feel that based off of this King of Pentacles is looking over at the Justice card. So there is going to be balance restored, especially if there was a judgment made against you, because now you have Justice and the Judgment card here. I think that there was something legal that had happened, and there was a final call to action, and I feel like it was to rebalance the scales, and I think that it had something to do with your work, your finances, and your career. I do see that here, you guys. Like I said, be careful of being too overly emotional, because if you're dealing with a Libra, this person is in the upright, okay? And this other person that's next to the Libra is overly emotional. I think the Libra is going to see right through it. That's what I'm seeing here. So whatever that means to you. So I would definitely be really practical when it comes to this situation. And she is holding the sword of truth, so she wants the truth. The Justice card is all about the seeker of truth, okay? So truth and justice will prevail, okay? However that means to you. You know, if this is a relationship situation, yeah, okay. If this is a relationship situation, I will say that, there very well could be a breakup when it comes to this situation. Because, I mean, this is your white horse, the knight in shining armor, but it's in reverse. And it's caused a lot of, whatever this situation has been caused by a lot of chaos and conflict, okay? And so the number 33 could also be relevant in your life. 33 is also a 6, which is, you know, it's all about unconditional love. It's all about, but through the chaos and conflict, I think that this person is being asked with the show the world the real you. I think that this is a situation where this person needs to tell the truth, okay? Because I think that when it's saying here, you know, personal strength and peace that assures success, you can assure success only if you can be real. That means telling the truth, okay? Because with the grasshopper here, it's saying situations in the balance that require careful handling. Careful handling means that if you've reaped chaos and conflict in a person's life, then you need to go back and fix it by being realistic, by being real, by really bearing your soul. And I think that that's what this is all about, especially when I see the Justice card here. So yeah, I'm not going to take any more of those. Actually, I want to go into your love reading. So Spirit, from 25th 2 knights here are the bringers of things. So yeah, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So I do feel like a honeymoon. And one more card, Spirit. I think somebody is going to be going on a trip. I think to decide on whether or not this, because of the chaos and conflict, is this really your true love? Especially when I'm seeing the Justice card here. This is showing me, you know, the justice of the peace. There are people here that are very well splitting up today. I do feel like there is help that, you know, that can come in, but I think it really excuse me, can't even talk. So I do think that this person has a tough time communicating, okay? But I think that the final horn has been blown, or is being blown right now on this King of Pentacles, okay? So I am seeing that here. This King or Knight of Cups isn't coming in with a love offer, that's for sure. I think that the cup is spilt here, okay? If the cup's tipped over, the cup is spilt. So I think that this masculine is more about the money than love, the practicality than love. And there needs to be balance. What are your value system? You know, where's your value system? Is it money or love? Because Venus is both sides of the same coin. And I think that somebody here needs to take off the mask and decide on which is more important, you know, especially if you're in a relationship. This has caused a lot of chaos and conflict, especially when this card is coming out. So, you know, is this your true love? So I do believe that, you know, there is a trip. I am seeing that here. Somebody could be going on a trip, especially with him sitting here, or planning a trip. For those of you who are not in this situation and everything is really good for you, I think that some of you guys are actually planning on going on a honeymoon. For those of you who just got married or are getting married, congratulations. I see that here as well. There could be some chaos and conflict that could arise, but I think that if you stay grounded, you'll be able to overcome. And one last card, Spirit. Okay, well, that was easy. Yeah, I do feel, I said that earlier, I do feel like there is going to be a separation between you and a loved one. I think that there's a separation that is needing to be had. I think that one person is going to have to go on a trip. It says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And you see this woman here who is like, you know, really sad, very depressed. But I think that this separation is something that needs to be had because there was some deception, okay? I can't make this shit up, you guys. There was deception that caused a lot of chaos and conflict because someone wasn't being real. Okay? And so I think that, you know, this, especially when I'm seeing the leg here, I think that somebody is literally getting ready to go on a trip to decide on what it is that they want because of the deception. And I think that both of them were wearing a false self mask, okay? I think that, you know, you're deceiving yourself by believing that this is your true love and that this can go any further. You know, I think that, yeah, I just feel like someone is wearing a false self mask in the relationship. And I think that this person needs to come clean. And I think that this goes back to, you know, is this about love or money? And the way I'm looking at this King of Pentacles is he's all about his money, but he is not about love. And I feel like justice needs to be had. There needs to be balance in the situation. And I think that there's going to be a separation, which in return, when justice is here, it's saying that that is a fair and just decision. So if you, and my nose is starting to itch right when I'm saying that. So there will be a separation in this, whether this happens today, but there will be talk of a separation. So if this is your story, definitely feel free to tap into the energy and let me know where you stand with this. If this is a business relationship, I think that there has been some lies and deception at work, especially when I'm seeing the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles here. I think that somebody got terminated from their position, hence the Knight of Cups. I don't think that this person was emotionally fulfilled with this job anyway, and justice came in and balanced the scales and took the sword and cut them out, okay? Because this person wasn't being real about what it is that they like, and I don't think that they liked their job anyway. They were deceiving themselves. I think at one time time they believed that this was a true love situation, like something that they truly loved doing. But I think in time, maybe they worked out of town, so they were always traveling to and from town, across water, by water, something, you know, bridges, whatever. So I do think that there has been a separation from this job, and this person needs to get realistic about what it is that they want to do in their future and actually go towards that, because I don't think that they were happy with what they were doing in the past. Okay, so you guys, if this sounds like your story and you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below, thefootstepstopeace.com, and also like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment, and if this is your story and you want to get to the bottom of this, please feel free to schedule a personal reading with me, and I will help guide you through and help you understand what is waiting for you on the other side. Anyway, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll chat again soon. Take care.